It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Texans and the Bears, and it's coming up next.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. He's Charles Davis. Full disclosure, we both have mittens. We both have coats on up here in the booth. This one, it's going to be interesting.
I've got the long johns, the socks, the boots, you name it. You know me in cold weather, we don't get along all that well. But these games are always interesting because you never know how it's going to play out. One slip, someone's going for 80 yards, and you could lose a game.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but, boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Woodward. And right away, he lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. Saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, look at the juke. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard 3-yard punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Woodward. Throw right side complete to Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Woodward got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Looking to throw. Woodward. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down. Woodward. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Houston's offense taking over again. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Running from the gun with Henry. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Back to throw. Woodward. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, Woodward. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. Woodward lets it fly for Thielen. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. Henry. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. With his 10th rushing touchdown on the year, his 14th overall. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
2nd down at 4. To throw is Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to... Out of the gun, Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wheeler. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Now Fields. That's out to Hill, right side complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Now a 2nd down and 6. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On play action, Fields. Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. 2nd and 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. Complete. Smith has it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now it's Fields. And this one's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And now out comes Houston. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Woodward. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
2nd and 20. Back to throw. Woodward. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So that'll back them up 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Woodward. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Boom! That's how we do it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun. Woodward in trouble, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Fields throw on target to Godwin here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Woodward. This is caught by Williams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Woodward. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Back to throw. Woodward. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. Yeah, he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Play action. It's Fields. This is complete to Hawkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down now, it's Gibson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap, Fields. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Rashawn Gary in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Draw play, Fields gives to Montgomery. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Space to run past the 20. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Montgomery. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15.
Who wants some?
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave him some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Woodward. And that is incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A nice little juke. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fields. Flush to his right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once more, Gibson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Fields now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields got a man, and he hits him in stride. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. back to throw. Fields. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Let's go, baby.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Throwing on 1st down. Woodward. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. The quick slant caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Looking to throw. Fields. And it's caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Andy Janovich, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
On first down, Woodward. He's going to float this one deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Houston.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. On first and 10, Woodward. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at the 40. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Bears on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Fields. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Houston set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing on first down. Woodward. Pass incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Back to throw. Woodward.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Texans on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll start out here with the option left. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd and 1, Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Bears are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run with Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Check, 59. Here we go, D. Here I come. 59's Mike. Check, 59. How'd he go?
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.